There's the HD41. What's the top of that blade, about 7 feet high? I gotta back up just to get the whole thing in the picture. Well, here's an overview. There's the Northwest, my P&H, my Inslee way back there. You'll see it all once the show starts. Time to go home and see if I can get an alternator on my White to get that charging again. I'm back home now, and before it gets dark, I want to see how much of a job it's going to be to take the TRW alternator off that has the regulator mounted on the back and replace it with a one-wire Delco style. I mean, probably the biggest issue will be getting the belt to line up. So let's see how that goes. Well, the bearings feel nice and smooth in the old alternator. Maybe something just fried inside of it that made all the smoke. Who knows? The Delco one is going on regardless. One of the first issues is the main mounting bolt is a 1/2 inch and the Delco it's 3/8. But if everything lines up good enough, I think there's enough meat on the Delco one to drill it out the 1/2 inch. So let's see how it goes. The big issue is the belt alignment. On the TRW alternator, it had a double groove sheave, and it was in the outside one here. The Delco only has a single groove pulley, and it's way too narrow for the belt anyway. But it appears that the Delco might have a bigger shaft than the TRW. So in the morning, I'm going to take the 2 pulleys off, and I'm going to investigate the possibility of boring this hole to match that shaft, and that would give me the wider groove for a V-belt, and it would move it over to help with the alignment. But I also have some other pulleys from when I converted the 74 Diamond Rio to an alternator, and I might have some other pulleys that might be an option too to get this to work. Well, here, I looked at a little more yet this evening. This is the Delco alternator I took off the Diamond Rio and replaced it with a automotive Delco one that I had, a new one. And I see this being a Delco, it's possibly the same size shaft, and with the double sheave it would move me out farther, and also the wider groove. So maybe that'll be the pulley, that'll be the answer. I just had it on my mind yet, and I decided to investigate a little further, and this pulley came off the original TRW alternator real easily, and lo and behold, it's the exact same size shaft as the Delco that I'm putting on, only it doesn't go on far enough. The shaft doesn't stick through, but you can see the pulley is too far away from the alternator for the fan to work, and there's a collar that sticks out probably a 1/2 inch on the pulley, so I should be able to chuck it in the lathe and turn that down, and that should move the fan in close enough to the alternator to work, and then the shaft should stick through so I can get a nut on it. So things are looking up and up. But now I think I am going to quit for the night. We'll see you again tomorrow, and you'll see how this goes.